So
we are live.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are calling in from. My name is Betty Safua. I'm calling in from Germany. Today, I'm going to be your host, and we are going to have fun today because we are on Passivians. Because with on passive, always good news. Each and every day we hear good news from our company, no matter where we are having fun, we are enjoying it because on passive is here to stay. On passive is built with heart. On passive is a family business. That is why we find it joyful together each and every Sunday to interact with each and everyone, and also, inspire each and everyone, give each and everyone updates about where we are. We know sometimes OP360, our dear CEO, our founder, comes on, gives some updates. So we come here, and also those who couldn't make it come here, elaborate about it. That is why we are here today. Keep quiet, and then please mute yourselves as we are, calling our panelists to, inspire us. If you are not talking, if we have not called you, please kindly mute yourself because we are live now. So whatever you do appears live. So we are pleading with you. If you are here, please mute yourself and listen. When it's your turn, we will call you to talk. Today, our topic is the greatest comeback. Last Wednesday, our dear CEO gave us a lot of updates, and I love the way he speaks. He speaks in parables. It takes those who, are connected with their heart and their mind and their body and their soul to understand whatever our CEO is saying. And I find it so joyful that our CEO takes his time to come out and inspire us each and every week. Today, as we are here, we have our big brother Marty in the house. We'll call upon him first. If we say the greatest comeback, what does it mean to you, brother Marty? Please open the floor for us, please. Okay. I think his camera is off. So, Brother Bob, please, can you chip in before?
no, he's speaking. I see him. He's just muted.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm on now. As far as you caught me off guard, I was going to try. Anyway, as far as comebacks, what I think about right now is I remember Apple in 1985. They fired Steve Jobs, and the company lost like $1 billion a year every year after that because he should have been the captain of the ship. They brought him back, and now it's a $2 trillion company from his leadership because he had the vision. You can't put somebody else in that vision. You have it or you don't have it, and I think we're living proof of that now. We don't have all the details, but definitely we know something didn't go right. And when Ash said, "I'm taking it over, we're going to go back to basics," which you had last week, right? We talked about back to basics, and now we're talking about the biggest comeback. I believe that what Ash always wanted, we're going to see. Whenever that comes, when that comes out, we're going to see where we should have been originally. There were things that went on, and you kind of wonder, is that as good as we can get? I do realize the last Connect we had was the best in the world. I've been to all of them. It was better than all of them. And Ash made a statement to me, and the statement was, "That's great, but that's not good enough. Wait till the end of the summer." So it's good to have somebody running the ship that great is not good enough. And remember, he's doing this for all of us. It's totally different than any other company. He has cleared out land and building something that's never been built. So it's about all of us. when we're done, we're going to be proud to say, these are our products, and we are on passive. We are the people that were the wind beneath the wings of Mr. Mufara. That's all I have right now.
Okay, thank you, Big Brother Marty. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, Brother Bob, I called you earlier. When we say greatest comeback of OnPassive, we know OnPassive is, a group of companies, and OnPassive is still standing on its feet. So if someone say OnPassive is coming back big, how does it mean to you, Brother Bob?
Okay. Thank you very much. It's good to be here. This is your brother Bob from Bel Air, Maryland. OnPassive is born big. Our founder and CEO, Mr. Ash, has told us that on equivocally several times. OnPassive is born big. It has always been, and it will always be. Okay? Remember what we have, the kind of system that we have at hand already. The most superior system that we know of that is coming. We say this with confidence because we have seen the product. We have seen it. We've worked with some of the products, right? We know that it is the most sophisticated system based on how it is designed, the infrastructure and everything, and we know that it is very secure. That is why we say OnPassive is born big. Now, when we say, what do we mean by the comeback? To me, something has popped up on my screen. 1 second. So, to me, what does that statement mean? The greatest comeback. Why are we coming back? Coming back from where? You know? So on Wednesday, our founder and CEO, Mr. Ash, gave us a clue why we decided to phrase or to call this session today the greatest comeback. On June 24th, our system went down, right? So now we know that it was a deliberate act. It was something that was deliberate. So, and that has been taken care of. Mr. Ash has told us that it has been taken care of. They identified the problem, they've eradicated the problem, and we are now moving in the right direction. Like Brother Martin said, he has arrested the control of the company. So when we open our doors back, it will be exactly at the pace and at the place where our founder, Mr. Ash, wants it to be. Whatever is in his head, he wanted it translated into this system that we are seeing. So this comeback now brings this system back exactly as how Ash Mufara envisioned it when he sat at home alone several years ago, conceiving the entire conception of OnPassive. So he has taken the control, right? And he told us that there will be some drastic changes. Exactly. He told us that there will be some drastic changes. Therefore, we are going to come back bigger and better than we were before. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm taking to what this means. Personally, that's my opinion. He has the control of the entire company, the infrastructure, everything. He's on top of the game. Maybe initially he, like a gentleman that he is, he did relinquish some control to some other people, but he realized that our vision, his vision, and the dream, whatever was being put together, was not aligned. So now he has taken that control. And when we'll come back, we'll see exactly what that means, what that means. He also said we will immediately know exactly the next steps. So that comeback now comes to take us to the next phase, exactly where we should have been more than a couple of years ago. I think that's a great comeback. If we are coming back to take us to the exact point that we should have been 2 years ago, that is big to me. I think that is very, very, very big, and I'm very, very excited. That's why I'm all jittery here, happy to see that we're in this position. But I will just end by saying that we should not forget to always keep our eye on our founder, Mr. Ash, like a laser. He is the founder and the owner of this company. We are all here thanks to the benevolence of his heart. So to me, I only listen to him, the directives that he will give, the information that he will give, and we will only explain it in the way that he has given it. We are not going to add sugar, salt, or pepper to spice it up. No, we should not do that. So when we put all that in totality, we look at it in this picture, we are saying that we are coming back. Our coming back is going to be the greatest of all time. And he actually tells us in his own words, he says, we are going to be above business as usual. What does that tell you? That's a wonderful, amazing, great comeback. So I'll leave it there, and thank you. It's always a pleasure being here.
Thank you, Brother Bob. We are fine and focused. Thank you very much for your input. We will call upon our dear brother Andy and also fill us in. When we say greatest comeback, we know OnPassive is here to stay. OnPassive is not going anywhere. So if somebody say OnPassive is coming back big, how does it mean for you?
Thank you, and hello to everybody. I made some notes, so let me let me read out a few. Okay, 108 prawn cashew. Oh no, that's last night's menu. What does the greatest comeback mean? It's a good one because I don't see it like that. I don't see it as a comeback. I see this as a progression, because businesses along the way often have hiccups. You know, statistics show that 95% of all businesses that start never make it because they give up at the 95-meter mark in the pool. So for me, it's a case of we're 95% there. We've had a glimpse of just a few of the products that are far superior to what is already out there, and it has sent a lot of these companies scuttling back into the dark to try and catch up, but they can't. They'll never catch up because we'll always be ahead of the curve. And what do I mean by that? Well, Collins used a wonderful analogy last year about you know, building on a two-story house foundation. So if you're trying to build a skyscraper on a foundation of a two-story house, it's not going to happen. What Ash has done is created the foundation that's 1 kilometer wide and deep, and that allows us to be able to, you know, put more and more on top of that foundation. And this is, for me, this is where we've got to. We've built such a strong foundation. We're 95 meters to the end of the pool, or you know, 195 meters of the 200-meter race. But all of these large companies have you know, gone scuttling off to try and copy or play catch up with what we've already got. And I said, we've seen what's coming. We know what's coming because we've been using it. OConnect is something far better than everything else out there on the market. It's far more value for money. So at the end of the day, this is not for me, it's not a comeback. For me, it's part of that process, and many people don't understand that it's part of that process. Companies often go through this as you know, Bob mentioned, Marty mentioned about Steve Jobs. The fact of the matter is that we have someone steering the ship that knows exactly what he's doing, knows how to do it, how to build the business, and it is his vision. And that's what makes the difference between us and another company. And I'm all in. I'm not going to change anything because at the end of the day, this is exactly what we want. And it's not just the products now. This has become something different. This has become, let's get rid of these monopolies. Let's provide value for money. Let's do it right. And that's exactly what Ash is doing. And for me, that is spot on. Back to you.
Thank you, Brother Andy, for your input. OnPassive is here to stay, as you said, and OnPassive has not gone anywhere. We are still standing on our feet. There are changes that our CEO has rectified, and he's bringing it out big. So that is why we are here. If we say big comeback, what does it mean? We will call upon our dear sister, Comfort, if she's there. Please, can you give us your input? If we say the greatest comeback, what does it mean to you?
Okay. Thank you, Sister Gifty. I'm not sure what I'm going to be saying after these three great men here said everything, but I was just listening. Marty said something which I've never thought, but then it opened up my eyes and I saw so much, because when he mentioned the comeback of the Apple guy and the change he made because he saw he was seeing the vision, So I think what is happening now, we believe we are calling it the greatest comeback. I also like Andy's version of it is a continuation. Let's look at it like Michael Williams. Things are actually falling in place now, because when you hear Mr. Mufare say, it's not his thing, but unfortunately, the person I'm seeing, he thinks that the person who is right there now is not seeing what he is seeing. And so you cannot give what you don't have. So the visionary is back, sitting on the seat, looking at it because he is seeing it directly. And so that's why at this moment, we have said, let's listen only to him. He says, listen only to me for the time being, because unfortunately, one or two persons would not have been seeing the future. So things could be the greatest comeback. It could be the continuation. And it's also when you look where things are just falling back in place now, and we are moving right on. That is why it's going to be powerful. It's going to be different. It's going to be not even business as usual, because it's taking it even to the next level. And when you accept all of these expressions, you keep on going, because you see that so much has been learned from whatever has happened. I know that one day, by the grace of God, Ash doesn't keep stuff. If he deems it necessary, him and his team, they'll come back to tell us. We will see that, okay, truly, this is what has happened. But then the moment we find out exactly what has happened, everybody will just nod, and we know where we're coming from. So we just believe from how much he is busy, because we're not seeing anything out there, but then so much is happening. That's why he's making us understand that what is coming now is much better than what we have seen. So things will never be the same again, because they have raised to another bigger level. So I just want to use this opportunity to say, as we wait for the greatest comeback, as we wait to continue on the solid foundation, as we wait as things have fallen back in place, let's just do us a favor by following instructions and following them right. I might be digressing, but I think that is important. Recently, I hear that a few videos have been circulating of other people who staff members and stuff like that. So anybody who circulates any information now which is not coming from Ash, then that is misleading, and that is stale news. And so you're misleading people. That's misrepresentation. Because if anything now, you share any video now that's not coming from Ash, and it's not coming from any of us sitting here now, at least 100 of us, then it is not unpassive. It is something different. It is not original. So if we just stay here and know that things are falling in place, things are coming back stronger, the foundation is firm now, and we are moving on in the most powerful way. Ash has said for the meantime, let's hear only from him. And so if we continue like that, I think it is just fire. Everybody is excited, because when you read Ash's body language, I'm that person who would say, I don't envy him, because he doesn't have that opportunity again to give us tidbits here and there, given that people have taken him for granted, and they've, they've lost his trust. However, we still trust him, because he still comes back. Just the smiles on his face, just the body language tells us that the comeback is crazy, to tell us that the continuation is steady and is moving, and more than fine and focused, like my sister Gifty would put it together. And I think, yes, it's still fire. Thank you.
Yeah, Sister Comfort, thank you very much. The comeback is going to be great. Yeah, I really do love Unpassive, because Unpassive is genuine, and we have a great CEO who is always, coming out as a captain of the ship. He doesn't want anyone to go astray. So he comes up to tell us what is going on. Please, if you have not listened to what he said last Wednesday, we don't want to, elaborate much about it, because from now onwards, he said, if anything does not come out from his mouth, we should not take it. So please, you can go to our Marty's channel, Brother Collins, Brother Andy. We have a lot of Sister Comfort. We have YouTube channels that every time he comes live, we stream on them. So please, if you have not listened to our dear CEO last Wednesday, go and listen from the horse's mouth, and you understand what we are talking about today. And without wasting much time, we call upon our dear sister Minoo to give us input about the greatest comeback. What does it mean to you, sister Minoo?
Thank you, Gifty. Thank you, everybody. The greatest comeback is about bouncing back and rising higher, stronger, and more united than ever before. It's a story of resilience, innovation, and a strong belief in the vision that transcends challenges and adversity. On Passive has turned obstacles into stepping stones, emerging ever so victorious and more determined to make a positive impact in the world. Let's get ready. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Minoo. Thank you. We turn the mic to Sister Francine, and please give us your input when we talk about greatest comeback. What does it mean to you?
Oh, you surprised me. I was congratulating my sister Minoo, because it's really deep what she just said. As of me, I just want to say that the light of On Passive was really shining high already, because the goals set were also high. Then we went through the valley. And during that time we were going through the valley, I noticed that we were preparing ourselves to take the place we left and go further that place we were before. It was necessary to be there, to put some foundations, some stones. But we were great, and we were doing absolutely great. But we needed, maybe need is not the right word. I ask you to forgive me, because my English is sometimes, we had to go through that in order for ourselves to go take inside of ourselves what we really wanted. Because each one of us, when we embraced On Passive, we embraced a vision. We saw something that were met with our aspiration to do good in our world. And the challenges faced have made us stronger than before, because no one is interested in failure. If people combat us, it's because we are very strong and we shine. If you don't shine, no one would see you. And I think that our success in On Passive lies in our CEO's vision, which is rooted inside love first. The first thing for him is love. And then his vision, as he loves, he wants that love to reach everyone. He has no distinction, no segregation. That love is universal. And that vision, from that love and that vision, he managed to create with so many others to create very, very good product. And when the people saw those nice things coming, you cannot stop them from bringing evil. But we are standing straight today and stronger than before because we know what is outside there and we can face it together. We can make it together. That's what I understand by our great coming back. Thank you very much.
Thank you, our dear sister. Thank you for your input. We turn the mic to Brother Oliver. What does the greatest comeback means to you, please?
Wow, happy Sunday. And it's a pleasure also to be in our house here, family. And the greatest comeback, as my brother Bob said also, and from the CEO's own mouth, that is business above usual. That sentence alone, when you listen to that sentence, you know what is coming. That should put us to have a positive mindset. And when you have that positive mindset and be focused also, you know that we are fine where we are now. You know, he himself, our CEO, told us one time that you cannot climb a ladder with your hands in your pocket. When a little child is born, when a little child is born, the little child takes milk, crawl, falls, stand. Now, when he starts walking, he's running by running. Now we are about to start running. Are you ready? Are we ready? So we should put ourselves also at that position that, you know, with that positive mindset, and what comes out from our CEO's mouth. When you look at when he was talking on Wednesday, he was laughing, happy. He said, if you can come and stand behind my screen and see what I'm seeing, you will run and go fall in the Michigan Sea to cool off yourself, or Michigan River to cool off yourself. That is a big statement. We should be happy and fire up at all times. At any time, you should fire up. He gave 3 phases: phase A, phase B, and phase C. I will not go into the details. Please go listen to it, and you review it, analyze it in your own way. You will know where we are now and what is coming and what is coming. And why we are waiting for what is coming, and with our positive mindset, our beliefs, and the value of this company, of OnPassive, is what is going to carry on along. And and he wants to balance the equality in the world, because he has seen that the world is not balanced. The world, they treat some of us, minority people or whatever people, like all over the world, you know, because of the poverty level. Now he wants to balance everything, and for us to be balanced, and for everybody to enjoy the world cake together. Are we ready? And if we are ready, are you also ready to impact somebody's life? Those are the questions that we should be asking ourselves now, as we are waiting for what is coming. I'll go back again. He mentioned 3 phases, A, B, and C. Go listen to it and start having that positive mindset. He is the only person we should follow and we should listen. Yes, like my sister Comfort said, there is a lot of negativity out there. Please, just close your ears. Listen to Mr. Ash, and make sure each time he comes out, please, I need to see, or we need to do, all of us, more than 100,000, 200,000, 500,000 people should be there, because this is your business. It's nobody's business. I think this is what we have to make people to understand. This is your business. Go listen to him and listen again, and take control over your business, because what is coming, God himself knows what is coming. So I will leave it there, and I want to say the structure of this company that he said he does with that, they will have a new face now. The structure of this company is going to be different, and it's going to be more stronger. So please, Are you ready? Are we ready? Where are you? Prepare yourself. God bless. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you very much, Brother Oliver. We are fine, thank you. We call upon our dear sister Ava to also give us her input about the greatest comeback. What does it mean to you? Sister Ava, please unmute yourself.
Hello, thank you, Sister Gifty, and good evening to all. For me, the greatest comeback would be like, in spite of all the challenges, and where the scenario is that in this early stages of everything that Mr. Ash has been through, he's still, that hasn't delayed him or taken him backwards for anything, but he's still giving us the AI products, the launch. He's so successfully launching these groundbreaking AI products for us that which will be transforming industries, and it will be gaining so much of widespread trust. So OnPassive is not going anywhere. OnPassive is here to stay. And OnPassive will come back, and it's coming back with a big bang, and that's for sure. So I don't have much to say because there are great leaders here, but this is what I feel. So OnPassive is here. Thank you, Sister Gifty.
Thank you, Sister Ava. Thank you. OnPassive is here to stay. OnPassive is always good news. That is why we are still standing on our feet. We are not going anywhere. OnPassive is built with a heart, with love. That is why we are sharing our hearts this evening, this morning, this afternoon, wherever you are. We call upon our dear sister Masan to give us her input about the greatest comeback of OnPassive. Sister Masan, please unmute yourself.
Thank you, Sister Gifty. Hello, everyone. And wow, this is a great subject. And what I take from the greatest comeback, I see the return of a former clever. I see the position being taken back and holding it. I see somebody that the promise that he have give, he's bringing it back to us. So, and when you look at everything that has been going on for the past 2 months and all the times that our greatest CEO, Mr. Ash Mufara, came out, you can realize that he was just like a player in the football field that is trying to change his t-shirt, have a new category of people of gym, and he said, next time when I'm going out to play, it's not going to be a joke. I'm coming back, and I'm going to come back very strong. And that's what I'm saying, because when they say the return of a position, he's claiming the position that he had, the position that OnPassive will have around the globe. He's coming back now to impose it, to put it there, and it's not going to be shakeable. That position is going to be there. That's one thing that I'm seeing about the greatest comeback. And when you have something that is very great and he's coming back, you don't want it to come back and you start having some stuff that you want to fix on it. Because remember, the first thing that get you have a break was because something was not right. That's why you were having a break. Now, if you have a break to fix those things, what do? When you're coming back with the thing you are bringing, you have to be ready. And that's, I'm going to come and say it, and our brother Oliver say it, as if Mike was here, he will say it. Are you ready? Because when that greatest comeback, when that comeback that our CEO will come with all the things that is going to ask us around and say, are you ready to go to the field? Are you ready to play? Are you ready to abide by the law? Are you ready to follow him? Because he's the only person that we have to follow. He's the one that we have to listen to. You know, I have a t-shirt today that I wrote on it. I can explain it to you, but I cannot understand it for you. It's a mindset. I can explain it to you, but I cannot understand it for you. Are you ready to understand what our CEO is trying to tell us? Are you ready to go with him in the direction that he wants us to go? Are you ready to get that comeback with him, to be that player in the field that you are going to not being the person that will let the team down? Are you ready? So for me, that's what I'm seeing, that comeback. And believe me, I'm so ready for the comeback. I am ready. I've put all my muscles, all my brain, everything together, and I can just cover my eye and figure how much my plate is going to be on the table to run with it. I am so ready. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sister Masan. Thank you very much. We are fine and focused. Brother Frank, please unmute yourself and give us your input about the greatest comeback of Unpassive, because Unpassive has not gone anywhere. So if somebody say the greatest comeback of Unpassive, how do you understand it? Please.
Thank you, Sister Gifty. Usually, the comeback of everything, almost everything, is stronger and better than it was before or previously. In our case, what is different or what is unique or what is special in our case, and I believe almost everybody here on this call can attest to that fact. Those who are watching it on the various channels and those who have an encounter with our CEO, Mr. Ash Mufara, knows that he is not an ordinary man. He's extraordinary. He's so unique, especially. He doesn't accept the status quo. He goes above and beyond to create path for others to follow. Whatever he does, there's no model to it. He creates it. He's a pace setter. Some also say trailblazer. So we know when he says we're coming back, he knows what he's talking about. We are coming back stronger and better. Do we need to know the details? I don't think so, in my opinion. What I do know that he knows where he's taking us. He knows the path. So we should be ready, for he knows what he's talking about. He knows the destination. He knows where he's taking us. So when he says he's coming back, family, let's be ready, because it's going to be big. Thank you, Sister Gifty.
Thank you, Brother Frank. We hand over the mic to our dear Sister Joycelyn. I was looking for her. What does it mean to you if someone says the greatest comeback of Unpassive? Because Unpassive, we know it has not gone anywhere. Unpassive is here to stay. So if someone says the greatest comeback of Unpassive, how do you understand it? Can you elaborate, please?
Thank you, Sister. To me, it's more like returning to a former higher rank, like bouncing back. The very first day our CEO said, I'm in charge now, I knew something new is about to happen. When he said he's in charge means he's moving things around from the way he was to a very higher rank. In life, you see, we make some mistakes in our lives. And sometimes when it happened that way, we sit down, and then think twice, step back a bit, and then come back. And when we come back stronger, so that what happened previously will not repeat itself. So to me, I think our expectations should be very high, because we know our CEO and we know what he can do. All what we need right now is the patience and then pray for him so that everything will come out successful. So thank you, Sister Gifty.
Thank you, Mama Janeslin. Thank you very much. We hand over to our dear brother Collins and also brother Peter. Peter Rogers, I think you are here, but you are not sitting in your chair. So kindly sit in your chair after brother Collins. We are handing the mic over to you. So brother Collins, please take it over.
Oh, wow. I've just been busy behind the scene. Can you guys see me? Can you hear me? All right. Okay. Yeah, so we're talking about the topic, the greatest comeback. It's really a big topic. And we're just looking at what has happened in non-passive. We know the OES was down. And the CEO came out a couple of times and, he updated us on what is going on. We are all aware, except you have not been plugging in. For those who have not been plugging in, it means, and he said it, he said, the time is coming where if you lose sleep, you will lose a great deal. So we just have to be in, knowing what is going on, because unpassive is moving very fast. Though we are not seeing things, doesn't mean that things are not happening. Things are happening more than we think. And there's always a saying, I wrote it down and somewhere I'm just thinking about it. He said, it is not how you fall. It is how you pick up yourself, you dust it, and you wake up, not only to walk, but to fly. So unpassive is not walking when they bounce back. When we see the OES back, it's not only about walking like the norms when we say, oh, it's just the same story again. No. Unpassive is coming, flying. That is the greatest coming back. We always said unpassive is a movement. We always say, oh, unpassive is a movement. Sometimes people say it with their lips, they don't say it from their heart. When I say it's a movement, I say it from my heart. From the way I believe. Someone is speaking. Can this person? Let me see.
Can't hear though.
We are
All
good.
right.
Please go on.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. So we said unpassive is a movement. We must speak it from our heart. Unpassive is an ideology that cannot be killed. It must come from our heart. Because some people say it from their lips, but when the wind blows and the trees shake, the leaves, they disappear, and they say, oh, we hate you. We know this is who you are. You show your true color. Those people never, ever believe unpassive from the heart. Ash told us a story when unpassive started with a spreadsheet. Spreadsheet. What happened? They moved to Go Founder. Go Founder to where? To O Founder, and O Founder to OES. Things happen in technology. There are times that we saw the biggest, I don't want to call it scam, when something happened, the biggest IT crash, let me call it that way. What happened? Airport, people couldn't book their flight, they can't fly, everything was shut down, hospital. If this can happen to one of the biggest IT company, Microsoft, with the third party that they are using, what about unpassive? We've heard about the biggest banks, banking application, everything shut down. This is technology. So we can't say, yes, there is one rule for those people and there's another rule for unpassive. It is technology. What can happen out there can happen here. Let's remember that we are all humans and we are liable to make mistakes. These people who are building the software, they are not God. They are humans like you and I. Things can go wrong, but as I said, it is not how you fall. It is how you dust yourself and said, wow, I know my mistakes. I know what has happened. Now we are coming back stronger and better. It happens with the other company. What happened? They bounce back. All of us have forgotten that people miss their flight, whatever happened. It happens every day, and on passive will not be different. So founders, affiliate, not because you are founders or not because you are affiliate, give us the audacity for us to say, wow, this is it. We know it will never happen. If they take all of us, give us the same level of training, the same level of understanding, it was our job, and they put us in their shoes, it will happen the same. Mr. As said, we have made mistakes. We will still continue to make mistakes. He's not saying that I'm happy to make mistakes. What he is trying to say is, I am not the Alpha and the Omega. I am not God. I'm just humans. So let us remember that things will happen. But you know what? Unpassive will does itself because we have the brains and the good mindset to identify the error, fix it as quick as possible, and then push it back for us to still move on. Let's remember that the world is moving into technology. We started from somewhere, agricultural age, tertiary, all of those things, and now we are in the AI age, and there are humans who are building stuff. Machine can make error, and what will happen? They will fix it, and they will move on. Let us not only look at what happened, let us look at what is coming. Like my brother Oliver said, what is coming is bigger than what we have just seen. Unpassive have not started yet. The beginning is coming, and it will be sweeter, and all of us will celebrate, and we'll forget that. We'll forget the time that we've spent, whether it is 6 years, 4 years, 1 year, it doesn't matter. It is where we are going. And that's where I will end, Sister Gifty. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Brother Collins. Okay, Brother Peter, you are here. When we say the greatest comeback of Unpassive, what does it mean to you? Because we know Unpassive is big. It's a group of companies. It's still standing on its feet. So if someone said the greatest comeback of Unpassive, what does it mean to you?
Hi, everybody. Thanks for letting me speak. Obviously, there's a lot been said, and what has been said is how I feel about Unpassive. To me, the greatest comeback, Unpassive has always been there. It hasn't gone anywhere. We've just had a glitch. Like any other business, we always have, any business will have situations that happen beyond their control, and they have to sort it out over a period of time. This is happened to Unpassive. And when Ash says he's coming back, he's going to come back with a bang. You got to look back at the past of what Unpassive is from 2018 to what it is now, and what's happened over the years, and what we've seen. Like we've had the back office of O Founders, Go Founders. We had the OES. Every time that we've had something that Ash has obviously shared with us with the new platforms with GoFound, we've all been shocked because how great it is. And obviously, I feel now with the next stage when we move forward, okay, we're all going to be shocked at the next stage. We're going to have something better that we've already, better than we've already seen. So this is just a progression. We're all excited about what's going to happen. Obviously, it's disappointing what's happened over the past, but that's part of business. I'm in business. I have disappointments in my business. Okay, but I know that Unpassive is here to stay. Ash is a man of his word, and we're moving forward. I can't really say no more than that. There's a lot already been said. I'm excited for the future, and we are in it to win it. Stick with it.
Thank you. We hand over the mic to Sister Mayan. When we say the greatest comeback of Unpassive, we know Unpassive is still standing strong, standing tall. So if we say the greatest comeback of Unpassive, what does it mean to you?
My God, Sister Gifty. Oh, thank you so much. You just took me aback. Oh my God. No, to be honest, the greatest comeback, indeed, it's great. I would say so. And I will equally say that it is indeed, that in fact, the deed is done already. It is concluded. That's the way I see it. I see the greatest comeback as a great improvement, you know, up to as to what we've been expecting. This is when it is we are all going to have the real fun of Unpassive. As much as we've been enjoying it all along, I think this is the right time, you know, because we've always had our great brother and friend, Ash Mofara, come all the time to reassure us that Unpassive is on. What else should I say? The last time on the last 360, he came and reassured us with three serious terms. Business, what did he say again? What was it again? Business above usual. That was, for me, it resonated very big. Business above usual, which means, but ladies and gentlemen, be ready. It is happening. Ash has mentioned it, and that's exactly what it is. And just like everybody else has said here, listen to nobody else. It's only from Ash Mufura. What he says is what we take home. Unpassive is here. Unpassive is a done deal. It is ongoing. There's great improvement in Unpassive. There's a lot to look up to in Unpassive in every ramification of life. Unpassive is here to change what it has promised right from beginning. Unpassive is here according to the vision initially spoken to, in the vision Ash Mufara himself had. So this is exactly the stage we are in, and this is how it is ongoing. That's my take, my dear sister Gifty. Thank you for giving me this opportunity, because Unpassive is real. I don't have much to say, because for me, I am so satisfied. I am so gifted. I'm so sorted knowing that Unpassive is here. I've never failed 1 minute to talk about Unpassive because of the way I see it, because of the satisfaction I have. So whether anybody likes it or not, the naysayers are just time wasters. I don't believe in them. They're time wasters. If only they can just turn around and see exactly what we are all enjoying in this business. Unpassive is here to stay. So, Sister Gifty, thank you for calling me in. I only have this little bit to chip in because every other thing has been said. Unpassive is real. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sister Mayan. Thank you very much. Our next person online is Brother Keith. Please unmute yourself if someone says the greatest comeback of Unpassive. We know Unpassive has been here and has been a progressional company, a group of companies, and it is still standing tall, standing on its feet. Unpassive is here to stay. So if somebody tells you the greatest comeback of Unpassive, how do you understand it? Please elaborate.
Hello, everybody. I'm happy to be here. The movie Rocky 1, Rocky 2, Rocky 3, up to Rocky 5 is a good example of what a comeback is. Now, I did say it on Marty and Chris Shine the Light that you want to get your glasses out, your wine bottles or your apple cider, ladies and gentlemen. Here it is. So I get one of these. All right, get your cups ready. Because when you think about having faith, we don't wait until the battle is over. We're going to shout now. We're going to get excited now. You see, there's nothing new under the sun, all right? And we're going to find people who get it. Some don't. Some are in it to win it. Some are wondering what's happening. Some are giving thanks and grateful and being grateful. Some are complaining. You have those who are whining and those who are saying, hey, guys, we are here. We are here to stay. What is happening and what's going to happen has already happened. It's, in my opinion, was needed because, you see, when we have a divine hand that's working in the midst. We often don't see those small details that he sees and knows. And so Unpassive now is more solid. We're wiser. We're smarter. We're more astute, aware. And so I think when we see this comeback, I talked about a blockbuster movie that I'm waiting to sit down and watch with my big popcorn, my extra large popcorn. And I'm telling you, folks, it's going to be a pandemonium. You know, we know the world and people who don't have the heart to see equilibrium and see people just in general win. They're going to be always an issue. But again, we know that our source, our power is not just human strength. All right. And, you know, I'm truly thankful to see everyone here and to feel the energy and the faith, the confidence. And I know that anyone who has seen O Connect, there should be any reservation in their minds right now. Just one, forget about everything else. If we have seen the O Connect, the last version of it, we should have been at a resolve already in our confidence, in our faith, in our resolve. And so it's with that I say that I'm again thankful to be a part of this family, because not only are we going to affect our own family, we're going to affect the human family. And I think that is remarkable to me. So Ash, if you're listening, hey, kudos, thank you. We're praying for you, brother, you and your family. The team that are working tirelessly, we're praying for you. God's got you. I wrote a song is it's called God's Got Your Back. And God's got our back. And that's why we're here. We already come back already. We made it, guys. It's already happened. It's what it was written. It's all part of the story. And it's going to make the movie more exciting. Anyway, enough said. You guys are awesome. Everyone take care. And I see you at the top. And it's a winner.
Thank you so much. Thank you, brother. Okay, we hand over to our dear sister Julie P. Please unmute yourself and give us your input about the greatest comeback of Unpassive, because we all know that Unpassive is a done deal. So please elaborate about the greatest comeback of Unpassive. Sister Julie, over to you.
Thank you, Sister Gifty. Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me here. We all know that we've been through the mud. And for me, the greatest comeback should be, we all should focus on our clear goal. We all should focus on our clear mission. Focus on a meaningful purpose, our meaningful purpose. We need to believe in our CEO and ourselves. We need to give all we have towards this goal, this mission, our purpose. We should not back down. We need to let the world know that we will not yield. We stand united. We will fight, as our CEO says, do it or die. We need to be united in love, with heart, and do everything to win. Our CEO got us. This great comeback should not be about winning or losing, but the feeling of being able to compete at the top. The feeling of being able to compete at the top and to win. Thank you very much. Thank you. Back to you, Sister Gifty.
Thank you, Sister Julie. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. I think our dear brother Jerry is here.
Please give me opportunity, madam, from Dr. KCB from Andhra Pradesh, India.
Excuse me, please. Okay. We are calling upon our dear brother Jerry. If we say the greatest comeback of Unpassive, What does it mean to you? Because we know unpassive has not gone anywhere. Unpassive is a done deal. Unpassive is here to stay, and it is still standing on its feet. So if someone tells you the greatest comeback of unpassive, how do you understand it? Please, can you elaborate on it?
Thank you, my sister Gifty, for giving me this opportunity. It's like I was waiting for it. And when we talk about the greatest comeback, I think it is what we have been expecting. I heard our brother Bob asking a question earlier and say, why are we so happy? And my answer is because there's something great and greatest things that is going to hit the earth, the planet. And that thing is coming to us now. We've been waiting from the 24th June, as our CEO told us in the 360 last Wednesday. Something happened, and that halted what we were doing already. But on the background, nothing stops. Everything was still going on because the man with the blueprint is still on, and every idea within him, has been alive. And so when we talk about the great comeback, the greatest comeback, it means that something extraordinary, something bigger than what we knew before, something that we have not expected is coming back to us, is coming to us. And as CEO used to say, and I think I heard you, Gifty, saying it also, that you cannot give out what you don't have. So you must give from what you have, what God has blessed you with. And I believe that the man we are following, the man Hashmufara, is the one that God has endowed with so much great gift. And he has given him the ability to lead us. When Jesus says, follow me.
Turn that down a little bit, I'm gonna get on heroes.
When Jesus said, follow me, it means he knew where he was going. There is no leader that can lead anyone to where he doesn't know. Jesus knew where he was going, and that's why he actually asked his disciples, follow me. And we are following him because we know that he knows the way. He knows where he's taking us to. And so let me say this, I'm not in unpassive because of Hashmufara. No. When I heard of this unpassive in the year 2018 or 19, sorry, when I heard of it, I listened to the vision of unpassive, and I knew that something greater than what we have seen is happening, is going to happen. And so I followed that vision because I knew that for this kind of vision to come from a man, it must be God. And so I followed that vision before I started listening to him. And when I listened to him and see what he espoused and what the vision he gave out of love to us, I realized that no, this is a man anointed for this kind of business, because no one would take that risk. Let me tell you something before I hang up. I mean, with whatever is happening, I believe one thing, that Hashmufara is not here in this world to become the greatest or the richest man in the world. That is not his ambition. But he will always be the richest man in our heart because he's the man that is full of love. And since he has established unpassive on the foundation of love and humanity at heart, that is going to make him the greatest or the richest man in our heart. Not to put his name out there as the richest man in the world, but the richest man in our heart. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you very much, our dear brother Jerry. Thank you. Okay, Sister Laurie, we are handing the mic over to you. We want you to explain a little bit further. A lot of people have spoken. We know unpassive is a done deal. Unpassive has been always standing on its feet. It has not gone anywhere. So if somebody tells you the greatest comeback of unpassive, how do you take it, or how do you understand it? Please.
Thank you, Sister Gifty, and awesome, Jerry. That's exactly where I was going there too. I have no fear, as in this world today. I've built myself and learned things. It's become no fear for me. I know that that Jesus will return. And so that gives me no fear because I know a lot about what is going to happen with our world, but we just got to make it better as we go along, as you plant a garden, and you watch your seeds grow and stuff. You have to take care of your garden. You have to weed out the weeds and keep it going and water it and if you want the best garden, it's got to be taken care of every day. And I see that you got a lot of people that come in and a garden's a lot of work, and you got to have help sometimes to keep the garden in great shape. So that garden, once it's heating up and growing, you might have a rabbit come in and want to eat on that lettuce and take that lettuce down. But I see that our apples got a couple worms in there, so we've taken those worms out, like I said before, and it's going to be a beautiful garden. And boy, when the feast comes and we all get to eat on that garden and everybody that worked on it so hard, I see that it's just going to be you're not stopping on passive. That's all I got to say there. But everybody has said everything, that needs to be said. But I have no fear about anything. Like I said, God's got this, and so does Ash. And I've seen the products, they're beautiful. I mean, O-Connect is just rocks. So, and Ash, he's working so hard. He's been working. It's time for him to go fishing here pretty soon. I hope, he's working just a little too hard, but it's going to be a beautiful thing when we get back and we're running, because there's no stopping us. Bull's got horns and we're coming. So thank you, Ash. Thank you, everyone. And, we're pretty bonded ourselves, so can't stop us either. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Laurie. Thank you. Thank you. We do appreciate you. I think our next person online is our dear Bishop Christel. Please elaborate. We know unpassive is a done deal. Unpassive is here to stay. So if somebody tells you the greatest comeback of unpassive, whilst you know that unpassive is still, moving forward, how do you understand it? Please elaborate on it. And I think Brother John is going to be our last person for today, and then we'll continue next week. So please, Bishop Christel, take over as Brother John prepares. Bishop.
The Lord bless you, Sister Gifty. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for bringing me up once again. Isn't it amazing how God's work? I had a revelation, and I even discussed with one of our sisters in the church who brought me to Ampasi. Her name is Georgina Opoku. The revelation was so vivid, and such type of revelation, when you had, you don't need to do anything at all than to praise God, because the revelation itself tells you that it is settled. What was the revelation? I saw a great round table with different sort of people from all corners of the earth, the four pillars. You can see the northern hemisphere, south, east, and west. And the round table, who was standing there was Mr. Ash Mufara. And as we were looking at Mr. Ash Mufara, there was a great set light, and the round was like a shower. The head was like shower, but very big and wide. And as Mr. Ashmufar was focusing on that, the thing starts spinning. And all of us that were sitting around the table were wearing different type of dress. We were thirsty. Everybody was anxious, gazing on the Mr. Ash. So whilst he was gazing on the shower, we were gazing on him. Then suddenly, the thing starts sprinkling the waters, and everybody begin to get refreshed. Those that are using some to wash their face, some are drinking it, some begin to remove their dresses. The excitement was so great, and everybody feel refreshed. I say, oh God, what an amazing dream. So with such dream, there's no need for us to have any doubt, unless you are not praying about unpassive, unless you are not meditating on what the Lord have brought this man to bring financial time and freedom for us. Because through this vision, many of us will give birth to our dreams. Unpassive is here to transform our lives so we can transform others. That's the way I see it. Because this man said once in his speech that the whole world will know our name. What does it mean? To me, with this revelation that I had on Friday, confirms it. Because the Lord bring my mind back to Psalm 126, verse 1. It says, when the Lord brought back the captive to Zion, it were like dream unto them. We were like dream. It's going to be a surprise to all of us. Then said among the nations, he said, all nations will know our name. That what God have done for us. We are not the one that's going to advertise our name. The changes in our lives, people will know it. In our finances, people will know it. As unpassive changes us, we will change others as well. That's, settle what Mr. Ashmufara said. So anytime God speaks, God always speaks, unless you don't submit anything to God in prayer. That's why he said we should be anxious for nothing, but in everything, by prayer and thanksgiving, let your requests be made known unto him. If you hand over everything to God, there is going to be a revelation so that your heart will be at rest. The anxious will leave you. Then you will begin to praise him to bring that thing into fruition. So let's rest assured that we are in good place. The Lord is working his purpose out, and very soon we'll all see it and we'll rejoice together. Yeah. The Lord bless you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bishop Christabel. Brother John, if you are there, please unmute yourself. If someone says the greatest comeback of unpassive, what does it mean to you? I learned our dear brother, Dr. KSB also want to say something, but I've been looking for him. So if you are here, please raise up your hand so that I may be able to see you. If not, then our dear brother John Mekafo will be the last person for today. Brother, please unmute yourself.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much for this opportunity. It's a great pleasure for me to be here with you guys once more. I think that my understanding of the greatest comeback is that the company has been re-energized because a number of things have happened. You cannot come back if you have not fallen or something has not happened, which is negative. So after the negative thing has happened, you make a comeback. And what is that negative thing? I think the CEO has acknowledged probably mistakes that were made by the company, mistakes of our own making, mistakes as by virtue of our size. You can also fall as by virtue of the size of the company. Mistakes that have come from internal people, mistakes that have come from external people, banana peelings that are placed on the way. So the knowledge that the company has gathered from these various faults and mistakes have enabled an expanded knowledge base, and the company is now making an energized comeback. That is my understanding of the idea of the greatest comeback, because knowledge is more powerful than anything. That energy is not just physical, it is this knowledge base that I'm talking about, because we know that all of us know that experience is the best teacher. And he has said that he has learned a lot. If there were no faults, if there were no faults, he would not have learned a lot from it. So I do think that the only other thing that is left for us is to ask ourselves this question, this hypothetical question. If I were in Mr. Mufara's shoes, why would I expect the 1.4, 1.5 million founding affiliates to behave? Will I like them to cheer me on while I'm struggling to solve this problem? If the answer is yes, you cheer him on. Will I like them to go getting information from social media? If the answer is no, then we focus on getting information from the right sources. So I think that is my understanding of what the greatest comeback is all about. And I hope we'll make the best use of it. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity. I think that's the little that I have.
Thank you, Brother John. Thank you, each and everyone, for your input. We really do appreciate you. That's why we are family, because we gather here to inspire each and everyone. Passive has created this big family, and we are still enjoying it. Passive is coming back big, a greatest comeback. And those that wait upon the Lord, they renew their strength. We are going to soar high. Even though we are soaring higher, we are going to soar higher and higher and higher and higher, because passive is a done deal. We are not going anywhere. It is here to stay. Passive is going to change our lives for better, for good, because passive is built with a heart. Passive is built with love. That is why we are all here, because we have a great CEO who is, moved with passion, with love, with compassion upon humanity. That is why he has not been selfish. He included us for us to be part of passive. Stay focused and look upon the captain of the ship. Do not listen to anybody. He said, listen to me. Take what I say. Don't take what somebody will say. Take what the CEO will say. Listen from the horse's mouth. That is the most important thing. Don't listen from anybody, because our source is Mr. Ashmufare. So if he has not uttered any word and somebody comes out to say something, it is fake. If it is coming from Mr. Ash, then 100% good. Let us listen to him, and also listen to our great leaders who have dedicated themselves, their lives for passive, so that we will be updated about each and everything of passive. Stay focused in passive and be patient. We are going somewhere. We don't have to rush. There is no need to rush, because not all that glitters is gold. Some shiny objects will come around today, tomorrow you'll not find them. But passive has been consistent, has been standing on its feet from day one. Passive is still here. And what I love about passive is that our CEO is always there for us. He have time for us. He listens to us. He have fun with us. What else do we want? We don't want anything else, because passive is a big family. Our CEO's heart is big. That is why passive has gathered all sorts of people. Africa, Asia, America, everywhere is inclusive. God bless Mr. Ashmufara. I think we are ending it here. If we did not call you to speak, it's not intentional. We know we work with time. So next week, please do join, and you will have the chance to say something, because passive is not going anywhere. Each and every week, Sundays, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, we are meeting here each and every week. So please, if we have not called you today, it means next week you will be on. So prepare and come next week. Thank you, great leaders. Thank you, great family of Unpassive. See you all the same time next week. Love you all. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody. Love you all. Bye-bye. See you same time next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Love you all.
Bye,
Bye.
Gifty. I'm so sweet of you.
Bye.
Bye.
Love you all.
Thank you,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye.
Everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Hello.
Love you all.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.